Excellent. All right. Yes, we definitely want to mark the historic event, which it is us here, all female cast, all women, all empowered women. I am always pro ladies. I listen, not to offend anybody, okay? But I'm always just rooting for the ladies. I know what it is. I know how hard it is for us to sometimes run a household, we run a business, we run it all and we do it beautifully, okay? And we just get it done. And especially hearing stories from people dealing over the years, it's like you become a therapist, right? But I absolutely love working with the ladies. I just love speaking with you guys. I know you guys can get it done. We're busy, right? They always say if you want something done, give it to a busy person. It's usually a woman. Again, this is all about us, but of course, everybody's welcome. I wanted to just officially welcome you to the Super Saturday training. I remember doing the very first one because Eric threw me in, like, yeah, go ahead and do that. But anyway, shout out to all the staff, the co-founders, the owners of NELO, all the guys always pushing us to do our best. But today we wanted to we reached out, right, to some of the top cream of the top affiliate that we have here in NELO, and ask them to go ahead and come and share what it is that they're doing, some of the tips, right? How do we get it done on a daily basis, still rising to the top of the best here in NELO Life. And I wanted to also just add my 2 cents to what we have going on here. Especially, I'm such a believer that there are so many ways to do the same thing. And I'm just going to do a little bit of presentation while the ladies get
Before
ready.
you do that, I
Yeah.
want to take the opportunity to
Yes.
introduce you to you because you
Okay.
deserve that.
Yes.
Anybody that doesn't know this beautiful woman here, Janice, she runs a lot of our behind scenes. If you're seeing any of the incredible information out on our social media, that is all done by Janice. She does a fantastic job.
Thank
I know
you.
that we've worked with her in the past, and Eric, she just did so much stuff that Eric's like, we got to have this lady pulled in doing our social media. She is fantastic. And she also, if you were at our event in Dallas last weekend, she was there. She was running around, hugging on everybody, loving on everybody, but also did a fantastic job of making sure that that event ran very, very smoothly. So if you're wondering how all the incredible stuff happens and comes together behind the scenes, it is this amazing woman right here. And I didn't want her to go without being introduced. And so, Janice, before you jump in, I just wanted to say that about you, that you are, we couldn't do it without you. We so appreciate you. We love you. And I know she's going to give some great tips and tricks today about social media marketing. And so with that, this is the beautiful Janice Minyaya.
Thank
I
you
hope I
so
said that
much.
right, your last name.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Thank you so much. Again, I feel so empowered just to be here with you guys. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen and just give you a little bit of taste of what I do, right? I have done a couple of trainings on this before. This can be very simple or it can get very complicated. I'm giving you the very short version because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, okay? At all. All right, we're going to keep it simple, keep it quick because we want to hear from the ladies that are coming behind me. All right, so this is our Super Saturday training. I always like to introduce myself. Why? Because you might be new to me, right? You might be new to NELO and you're wondering, who is this girl? Why is she in front of me right now? Why is she speaking? Okay. I do believe in copying the right cat. It's one of my mottos, right? I don't mind copying you if you're having the success that I want. Okay. So I've been on social media forever. I have about 20K followers, and I had to say, I actually paused building my social media for the past 3, 4 years because I was so engulfed into building somebody else's business. But we're back to me and back to what I do for my audience and offering the best that I have. Okay. Global presence just means that because we're on social media, we have access to 8 billion people. That's just what that means. And I'm also a believer that we can all make it. I believe that in the bottom of my heart, doesn't matter your age, where you come from, the color of your skin. I truly believe there is enough for everybody on this planet, right? Absolutely. There is so many ways to get something done, right? And this is what today is all about. You're going to hear three different ways of how you can achieve success, not only in NELO, but everything else that you do. Okay. The undeniable truth here is that technology, whether you love it or hate it, is everywhere, guys. It is. You cannot go, you can turn, right? I'm turning right here. I got my iPad, I got my phone, I got my computer, I got 100 things going on, right? That is the world that we live in, okay? With cell phones can replace computer. In your cell phone, you have an entire computer. You can do, and I can print. I literally print from my phone into my printer. So you can do anything from your phone that a computer can do, okay? Of course, computer can replace TV. I say that because I don't have a TV in my house. Well, in this room, right? Our TV is in the basement. I don't own a TV. There's only one TV in this house. I watch when I want to unwind. I just get my computer right here in front of me, pop something in, whether it be Netflix, whatever it is, and just disconnect that way, okay? And then, of course, TVs can replace a whole bunch of things, especially going to the movies, right? Who goes to the movies? I remember the last time I walked into a movie theater. That is just the truth. Mainly because I don't have time, right? But they are out there as well. And that's just to name a very, very few of the technology that is literally around us. Okay. There are 8 billion people, last we counted. Somebody's counting 8 billion people on this particular planet, okay, besides the other planets that we have. And as of 2024, the year that we're shooting this beautiful training, 5.3 to 5.5 billion folks are on the internet. Believe it or not, okay? 69% of the world population is in some type of device online. So I need you to wrap your head around those numbers, okay? Honestly, with the use of technology, you cannot run out of people to talk to. You just can't. There's not enough of you to reach so many people in the world. Okay, so with the use of technology, you can absolutely target or find your tribe, your people, the one that had the same interests, somebody that is looking for what you have to offer. I need you to also play that in your head a few days after this training, all right? Do not be intimidated by that, right? You can grow an audience of people that trust you and support you no matter what comes out of your mouth. That to me is absolutely priceless, right? Because when you come in front of an audience and you say, listen, guy, I found this company that has this, and that. They have this product, they have these services, they can teach you a few things with, with Life Elevate. You can trade if you are like anything that comes out of you, your build, your community trust anything you say. And that's why a lot of people have success faster, right? Because they have that following. Of course, everybody starts from the ground zero, right? Nobody comes in with all these huge, unless you're a celebrity, right? Nobody comes into the internet with just a huge following. So you have to build that little by little, but it's fun. You can make it fun, okay? Quick way to you to build an online audience. Super quick. Facebook being one, still number one to me. Okay, YouTube, even if you don't want to be in front of a camera, I don't like doing video. That I always say that all my years online, I'm just not that girl, right? But you can still build an audience even if you don't want to be in front of a camera, right? You can use your product and talk about that. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to show your face to build an audience. Okay, obviously Instagram, who is owned by Facebook or Meta, all right, they have 2.5 billion monthly users. Okay, I want you to see the numbers that I put on here on red. They're all in the billions, except for the last one. Okay,
Hey,
TikTok.
Janice, we aren't seeing your screen, hun.
You are not?
We are not seeing your screen.
This is not good because they're beautiful.
Yes, we need to see them.
Oh, I'm seeing your screen. But
oh, you
are?
Okay, excellent. I'm like, do I have to go back? All right, so Liz, maybe it's on your end, but Renee says she can see them. Okay, I see a few hands coming up.
I was going to say, let's just have people raise their hands to make sure that they're able to see, just because I don't want to be the only. Okay, looks like a lot of people can see, so it's obviously on my end, Janice. You bet.
Well, Thank you for making me aware anyway. But now we got confirmation. I was feeling bad. I'm like, wait, I worked in this thing. They need to receive.
Fantastic.
Anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you. So the last one here, TikTok, I wanted to just touch on that very, very quickly. I have been on TikTok not long, but I'm very intentional. The past week, I've decided to grow my TikTok account, and I kid you not, I had doubled my account in the past 7 days. I'm over 4,000 users or followers on TikTok, because I'm not going to use it as a date. You're not going to find me dancing on TikTok. But what TikTok is very, very good for is for you to really grow super, super fast. Like I said, I doubled my following to over 2,000 people to now over 4,000 in literally 7 days, because I'm very, very intentional in doing that. Right. And another thing about TikTok is any little video can literally blow up. It can be a single video that can push you into millions of people very, very, very fast. Okay. So TikTok is actually very good for you to grow a business. All right. Pinterest, one of my absolute favorites that a lot of people don't even talk about. It's one of those hidden gems. And I love Pinterest because it's a visual app, right? You put a nice, beautiful picture, a nice, beautiful video about traveling, whatever it is you talking about, and people can save your pins. You can add a link to that particular picture or video, and that lives on social media for as long as you own that account, guys. Do not sleep on Pinterest, okay? You can absolutely blow your business over there as well, okay? Of course, those are the passive way to do things. There is a way where you can pour gas and just light up a match, right? And do this much faster, especially if you have the means to do that. I'm not saying go ahead and go broke and start spending money you do not have. I am saying if you do have a budget for you to go faster, you can, by way of paying somebody to help you, right? There are virtual assistants. There are people that can do this for you if you feel like you don't have it in you to get it done, right? You can do paid ads. That's how I started on Facebook almost 15 years ago. I learned how to do ads and things of that nature. I love reaching people that are not around me, right? So I pay for ads to reach people in Nigeria, Africa, Asia, wherever, right? Nobody that's around me. I love paid ads. Of course, you can do funnels. We have a beautiful funnel system that we just launched. And with that, I actually have captured a bunch of people as well. You can just put that link out there. Somebody will go through the funnel, explain, Nélo, what we have. And that's another way for you to also grow really, really fast in your business. And of course, building a community, okay? That can be where your word is your bond, as we say here in New York. Your word is your bond, okay? Meaning that whatever comes out of you, people trust and believe you, and you now have that following. Like I have now over 9,000 on Facebook. So when you speak, people listen to you, right? You don't grow that following by people not trusting you. So it is very, very worth it to me to grow that audience. Again, there is more than one way for you to get things done, right? We just heard the song, right? Don't give up, don't give in. Try absolutely everything. Tried everything, especially today when you're going to hear, okay? Try the method that these ladies are going to share. Try social media, right? Even if you're not comfortable with that. And let's see what works for you, okay? And there's some things that might be a little uncomfortable for you, right? Eric says it all the time. Get off the comfort zone. Okay. My thing is digital. I like to just talk to people through a camera or to just socialize. I'm not the one to have people over at home. Like people are having huge success with that. I'm just not one of those people, right? But I like to do the social media thing, and that is where I'm comfortable in. Okay. So that is it for me. If I was too fast, it's because I want to get out of the way and bring in the ladies of the hour. If this was what am I going to say? If this was helpful to you, obviously implement those things, right? And of course, we are here, Nélo, are trying to help you. I know some of you guys have reached out to me like, oh, this is what you do. I said, well, not individual. Like I can't do each one of y'all. But we do have things in place inside for you guys to blow your business. But I'm going to shut up now. And I'm going to go ahead and bring one of the ladies of the hour, Miss Renee Hall. We actually physically met in Dallas last weekend. And of course, I was in awe of everything I was hearing. I just kept hearing her name. She was sitting to my right, and I just the name just kept popping. I'm like, okay, all right, Renee, do your thing, right? But it was beautiful to see her. That we were speaking the past few days, and of course, she is all over the place, doing it all, handling life. Okay, and yet she's here with her beautiful blouse, very colorful. I love it. And Renee is a boss. Do not sleep on that. She is a real boss, and she's here to share what's working for her, right? And again, take notes, guys. I need you to take copious notes and implement everything you're going to hear here today. So, Renee, I know you are a busy woman, so I thank you for taking time to pour into the community with what it is that you do. So go ahead and take it away. You can share screen whenever you're ready as well.
Well, thank you, Janice, and thank you for your message. That was amazing. And we're talking about getting out of comfort zones. Well, here we go. That's part of what it's all about. But my name is Renee Hall. I live in Louisiana, and I started in network marketing back in the 80s. Okay, I'm telling my age here. But I started with Amway, and I have to tell you, I wasn't real successful in that. Of course, I was raising two precious girls at the time. But I tell you, those tapes, I spent more money on those inspirational tapes than I did on the product. So that was probably part of the problem. But it got me started into understanding how personal development and how to be better, not only in business, but as a mom, as a wife, all these things. And so when you talk about the secret sauce to success, it's got to be mindset. I mean, if your mind's not right, nothing else is going to happen, because your energy has to be right. You have to be in the right frame of mind. So one of the people that has really inspired me is Jim Rohn. And so, I'm not going to try to rewrite something when there's people out there that are just phenomenal. And so my message today is 10 small habits that will change your life forever. So the first one is reading with a purpose. So read something that stretches your mind and expands your thinking. Reading introduces you to new ideas and possibilities. You see, what you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. So feed your mind with wisdom, with knowledge and perspective. You see, success requires a sharp mind. And, you don't have to sit down and go through a book and read it all in one day. Just a little bit every day, even 10 to 15 minutes each day will add up, kind of like a compounding interest in your savings account. You must be selective about what you read. My husband would get the newspaper out and I'd say, please, don't cram your mind with all the stuff that's going on out there. Let's read something that's positive, that lifts you up, that keeps you motivated. So where you want to go in life depends on what you're feeding it today. Some of the books that I have enjoyed over the years is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I love Running with the Giants by John C. Maxwell. And by the way, both of these are not real long books. Neither is The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Now, I recently read this one, The Energy Bus by John Gordon. It is very enlightening, and it's just a fun read. And I'm about to read, thanks to Eric and Liz's recommendation, The Membership Economy by Robbie Keller Baxter. The second thing is to write in a journal every day. Now, I will say I don't get to write in my journal every day, but I try to on regular occasions. You see, you need to write down your thoughts, your goals, your dreams. This is a very powerful thing. Not just keep it in your mind. You want to put it on paper so you declutter your mind and you can look at it every day. When you sit down with pen and paper, you offload all that mental clutter. You can think more clearly, plan more effectively, and focus on what truly matters. A few minutes of journaling each day can make a massive difference. It helps you track your progress. You can look back and see how much you've grown, how many challenges you've overcome, which is so important, and how many of your dreams you've already achieved. So this is my journal book, and I actually got this at a boot camp in Utah that I went of Randy Schrader's, and Samantha had these for us. And you'll see over here on the left, I like to write my affirmations. And you don't write about what you want, what you hope. You write about it now. You believe it. It's there. And you'll notice one of these is I started out with, I am a 3-star affiliate. Well, when I was headed to Dallas, I knew I was about to rank to 3-star. And so I changed that to 4-star. Well, look what happened in Dallas. It became a 4-star. So what I'm saying is put it down. It's important. Now, look what's up. 5-star, look out, here we come. Now, set your goals. See, that's some of the goals there. Goals give you direction and something to aim for. When you have a clear target in mind, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You should be setting goals every day, not just once a year. You know, a lot of people say, oh, okay, it's New Year's. Let's set some goals. No, you got to have it every day. And you can set some small ones and accomplish those. And it just makes you feel so good. Wake up every morning and decide, what's the one thing I want to accomplish today? Write it down so your mind knows the job for today. It's so powerful. You have to be specific because vague goals lead to vague results. And then break your big goals into smaller, actionable steps. I love to do a dream board. And I will tell you, the last dream board I had South Africa and safari on it. Well, guess where we went 2 years ago? South Africa, or last year. And then you'll see up here on the top, visiting the Galapagos. And it says with kids. Well, my husband and I are going in April, and we're going to check out, you know, what's the best route, what it's all about. So that's another goal that I've put out there. And there at the bottom, promote to 5-star. This is real easy to do. You just, you know, pull up a Windows blank page, go into your Google and search some of the things that you're thinking, pull up the pictures, stick it in there, and bam, you've got a dream board. This is so important. Exercise daily. It not only keeps your body healthy, but sharpens your mind, boosts your energy, and helps with focus and mood. There's a direct correlation to how you feel physically as to how you perform mentally. When your body is strong, your mind is sharp. You handle stress better. You think more clearly, and you have the energy to tackle the challenges that come your way. Now, it doesn't have to be a grueling workout or hours at the gym, although some people like that. You know, I'm 65. That's not my thing, but I think Liz does. So then you can tell she looks amazing. But it's better to do a little bit every day rather than push yourself real hard once a week and then, you know, feel guilty that you didn't do it. It helps you practice resiliency and encourages you to push forward each day. So when I talk about it doesn't have to be grueling workout or hours at the gym. My nephew that is a chiropractor, he suggested these professional resistant training bands. I just hook it on my door and I can do push-ups. I can do, anyway, you can get the information on it, but I just feel so good and I feel pumped after I do this. And I only do it for about 15 or 20 minutes a day. I put on some good music. Kind of like Overcomer, like we heard earlier. And of course, I grew up on the lake. We live on the lake. And so my passion and my favorite exercise is to water ski. And then over here's my husband and my daughter. We did some pickleball when we were on vacation this summer. And my husband and I picked it up. I understand we're going to have a little pickleball competition there in Mexico. And so we're going to be ready for you there, Scotty Cupis. Okay. Anyway, this is some fun type of exercise. Now, gratitude. Remember I told you this is something that I feel very strongly about. So one of the most powerful habits you can develop is gratitude. What you focus on expands. If you think about what you don't have, you'll get more of that. So focus on what you do have and what you're grateful for. Gratitude is not just about feeling good. It's about training your mind to see the positive in every situation. You know, it's like a magnet. Gratitude changes your energy. And therefore, you feel abundant, fulfilled, and content. Every day, take a few moments to reflect on what you're grateful for and write it down if you can. You'll notice a shift in your mindset that is so powerful. And, you don't keep thinking about what you don't have or what the neighbors have. It's what you have. And your life will feel richer, more abundant, and more powerful. I listen to a gratitude meditation every morning. Randy taught me back at that boot camp that disciplines done daily create disciplines done daily builds character. And there's my Randy right there. These are some of the subscriptions I have in my YouTube. Now, we have the library, but as it's filling up, these are some of the ones that really speak to me. And I'll tell you this, Jessica Heslop, she is amazing. I have I'm a Christian woman, and I like it when they do meditations that speak of God instead of source or universe. You see, everything I have comes from God, and I'm so grateful, and that's who I'm grateful to. Here's Jim Rohn. I've got Grace for Purpose prayers. Those I listen to my prayers in the morning, and then I go into my meditation. And I get up by 6 because I don't want an excuse that I don't have time. But I highly recommend this. It gets your day going in the right direction, and it puts God on your heart and in your mind. So get enough rest. Rest has become undervalued in our fast-paced world. Without rest and recovery, we burn out. Our mind and bodies need time to recharge, to process, to heal. Rest is not just about sleep, but about giving yourself time to step away from the noise, the stress, and the constant demands of this life. Rest isn't just sitting still, but giving your mind a chance to recover, which can be meditation, a quiet walk in nature, a hobby, or just spending time with family. Your mind needs space and those moments of stillness to solve problems and spark creativity. Your brain is a powerful tool, but it needs downtime to function at its best. And rest will not only improve your productivity, but your overall quality of life. Now, this is something very, very near and dear to my family. To be a giver. Giving is not just about material things. It's about giving your time, your attention, your energy, and your kindness, especially your kindness. When you make it a habit to give to others, you open a flow of abundance into your life. It's a law of nature. The more you put into the world, the more that comes back to you. The key is to give without expecting anything in return. The ones who give out of the generosity of their heart are the ones who have the most abundance of love, joy, and success. It's not just about giving money, but about giving of yourself, your talents, your time through mentoring, volunteering, or just simply being there for a friend. The more you give, the more opportunities come your way, and the more the abundance opens up to you. That's something that my family is very passionate about. My middle daughter is a foster parent, she and her husband. My youngest daughter and her husband are actually, they're doing a St. Jude fundraiser today. And then I have another daughter that is on the board of a fundraising charity in Houston. So we're very proud of them. So listening, most people think that they are good listeners, but in reality, they are just waiting for their turn to speak. Now let's think about that. That is so true. Now, when you listen, you show respect and that you value their thoughts, opinions, and feelings, and it builds trust and strengthens relationships. I think about this. And so when my grandkids come and they want to talk to me, of course, I kneel down, I get on their level, and I look them straight in the eye. And that's building trust. Well, you can do that with anybody and everybody, and you should. When someone's talking to you, stop, really listen, pay attention to their body language, to the tone of their voice and the emotion behind their words. Give them the gift of your full attention and time. In today's world, that's a rare and precious gift. Learn to be patient. Oh, we can all do this, right? Something we all need to practice, but rarely do. We live in a world of instant gratification and want everything now. Success, results, and recognition. Microwave society. Anything worth having takes time, though, effort and patience. Most people give up too soon and quit before they see the fruits of their labor. Take consistent action day in and day out while trusting what the results will come in time. believing in the process even when you don't see immediate progress. The roots of your efforts are growing even though you can't see them yet. You know, it's like that plant that you make, and the roots are going down, and eventually it comes up and you see the efforts, the results of your efforts. Find joy in the process and celebrate the small wins along the way. Stay focused and committed no matter how long the journey takes. Now, this is very important too. You know, your environment shapes you and influences your thoughts, actions, and beliefs. So spend time with the right people. If you surround yourself with negative, small-minded people, it's going to be incredibly difficult to rise above that. But if you surround yourself with positive, ambitious, growth-oriented people, their energy will lift you up and push you to do better. You have to be intentional about who you spend your time with. Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, believe in you, who are on the same path of growth and self-improvement. And remember, though, this isn't just what people can do for you. It's about what you bring to the table. You know, be the kind of person who lifts others up. Be the kind of mentor that encourages others to be their best, to celebrate their successes. When you surround yourself with the right people and you bring your best self to the group, magic happens. Ideas flow, opportunities arise, and everyone grows together. So I hope this has helped. I'm going to stop sharing now. I truly believe that if you will get up every morning and you will get your mind right, if you will do your meditations, if you will do your daily disciplines, I mean, get up 30 minutes earlier. It's so worth it. So I want to thank you for allowing me this time. I hope I didn't take up too much time, but it's very emotional and very passionate to me. And I just want that so much for everyone because it brings so much peace. Thank you very much.
You are, I mean, you're a gem. What can I tell you? I have an entire, I mean, I took so many notes, it's not even funny, right? And I love the whole 10 habits. And as she was teaching, I can see why you are here, right? Because a lot of your beliefs are just lined up with Nelo, right? Because you saw something in us that is definitely it just enriches your life, right? I mean, the journaling, the being a giver, right? We are such a giving company. The listening, right? Eric is one thing I love about Eric is like when we're in a crowd, he looks you in the eye, right? He pays attention to every single word you say. And doesn't matter who's tugging, who's doing what, he is into what you're saying. So I can absolutely, after hearing you today, I can see why you're here. It's just a perfect match. We are a family, we're meshing together, and I hope to stay here forever and never go anywhere else.
I plan to.
Yes.
I'm here. I found my home. I found my home.
That was absolutely amazing. And I hope everybody that listened is just more enriched because of what you taught us today. Thank you so much for being here. And now we're going to go ahead and move to the closer, not closer in a bad way, but the person that's going to bring it all home for us today. Okay. And Liz Perkin, I have heard this name around all the way from last year from something else we were doing, and she was a presence then, and of course she's a presence now. When she speaks, you know, we do a whole lot of meetings behind the scenes, and when she speaks, people listen, right? I love that presence because it's just, you know, she commands authority, and I just love that about her, right? I've met her, I actually met her before, but we weren't here. But you know, I saw her from far, and she was busy doing something, so I didn't want to bother her. I did grab Colette one time and I took a picture of her, but I left Liz alone. But I got to meet her again in Dallas physically also last week, and it was great, right? We broke bread, as they said. We told a few jokes, we complimented each other. That's what real women do, right? You're not afraid to tell somebody else you look beautiful, you radiating, right? Those things just feed the soul. Okay, guys, just get in the habit of doing that. So Again, the name Liz Perkins has been thrown around all over this company for a good reason. Okay, so I need you to pay her all the attention that you have left here on this Saturday, because I'm sure she's bringing an amazing training for you guys. So go ahead and take it away, Miss Four-Star Liz Perkins.
You're awesome, Janice. I'll tell you, I really enjoyed being with you last weekend, and your energy is contagious. You are so much fun. There's no doubt why Eric has pulled you in to be our social media Energizer bunny. You just are, and you're so good. I mean, everything you do. And I just want to say congratulations, Renee. You were fantastic.
Yes.
So much of what you said, I'm going to wrap a little bit of that into of my training as well. One of my favorite all-time people is Jim Rohn. I can honestly say he is the reason that I am still in, relationship marketing today, because of all of his teachings. I don't think there's anything of his I haven't listened to multiple times. One of my all-time favorite books, you heard me talk about it from stage, is Think and Grow Rich. Absolutely love Napoleon Hill. Listening to that book in his own words, I would highly recommend. That's me. I'm kind of a multitasker. I'm want to do multiple things at one time, and listening while I'm doing other things and Jim Rohn, or even Jim Rohn and Napoleon Hill, they're two of my all-time favorites. Now, I'm actually going to do something a little different today, and I don't know why I'm not able to, for whatever reason. Julie, I cannot make you. Janice, can you spotlight Julie Harris? For whatever reason, it is not letting me spotlight her. If you can do that. Do you know how to do that, Janice?
No, I don't know how to spotlight. She is the
Okay.
co-host.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my spotlight, and that's just going to bring us all in, because I'm going to do a little role playing. And the funny part about, let's see here.
I see Julie.
Yep, I see her too, but I couldn't spotlight her for some reason. So I'll just do it like this, and we'll all be here together. How's that? And the beautiful Julie Harris, I think it's been at least 10 years, Julie, since you and I met. And we became really great friends. I absolutely love this woman. I'll tell you, when Renee talks about if you want something done, give it to a busy person, they always find a way. That's Julie Harris. I do not know anybody busier than this woman right here. Rarely can I make a phone call to her that she can pick up on the first call, because she owns her own business. She is a travel agent, and she's highly sought after, and she's very good at what she does. But she's a mom and a grandma, and there's just so much I love about her, and being her friend. The other thing I absolutely love about Julie is she says it like it is. There will be times that we talk and she'll say, I don't like this, or I like this, or, hey, can you say this softer? Can you do this? And, not a lot of people are willing to do that. And Julie is very, very good at that. So I love that about her. She keeps me on my toes. She calls me out on my stuff. And, I just love that about her. And I'm going to unmute you, Julie, because you are on mute. So let's make sure that you are unmuted. Can you do that? Can you unmute yourself? That's right at the bottom. For whatever reason. There you go. Perfect. So Julie, oftentimes when you and I talk, and especially about doing this type of business, some of the things that you've always said to me is, and so many people, they always say, I don't know what to say. Maybe if you gave me like a script or something to help me, it would, just to say little phrases or whatever to say, that would be very, very helpful. And I can tell you, oftentimes when somebody gets started in this business and relationship marketing, they come to me and they say, I want to do it, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to people. And I think that's super common. And I'm just going to go over a little role playing with Julie, because she is so, like I said, from her heart, she is so amazing. And she's very real. And so I'm going to do a little role playing with her so that you guys can see how reconnecting with someone, or connecting with someone maybe that you hadn't talked to in a while, or even somebody that you talk to regularly, about how would you go through the process of getting somebody to listen or be interested in what it is that you're doing. And the key is 4 really simple steps. You want to make sure that you're asking questions. The person that you're bringing on, that you're talking to, ask questions. And what Renee just said, listen more than you talk, and listen intently. Listen not with the intent to answer, but really listen to what the person is saying. And while you're listening, I even might jot down a few little notes about what they're telling me, just so that I remember when I'm talking back to them about, what it is we're here to talk about, that I remember that if they do give you a lot of information. So listen more than you talk. And then in the end, towards the end, you could say, this may or may not be for you. Those are some things that I say because the takeaway, guys, I know it's not really scripted, but I promise if you get really good at this, it can flow very nicely and feels very natural to the person that you're talking to. And then if I would you, if I do this, would you do this? It's kind of quid pro quo. And so Julie, you and we talk pretty regular, but there are times that we've gone periods of time without talking. So I'm going to go through a process of just basically like I'm making a call to you, and I want you to just answer from your heart, just like we're having a regular conversation, because I want people to see how it would go if I was picking up the phone to call a friend like Julie and was asking her questions about what she does. Because like I said, if you want something done right, give it to a busy person. Julie's the most busy person. She was one of my very first phone calls because I know, first and foremost, I know about Julie. She loves what she does, but she'd also like to have, she's very successful. She's got lots of the financial stability, but she doesn't have a lot of time to enjoy that. So it's all about balancing that out in our lives. So I know that about Julie. So of course she was one of my first phone calls because I would love nothing more than to help provide Julie with the ability to not only have the money, but also to have the time. And I truly believe, and also I believe she believes NELO Life can provide that for her. So let's just start. And then I'm going to do a little presentation to follow up and show you guys exactly how that works. So I would call Julie on the phone and I would just say, hi, Julie. Oh my gosh, it's been a little while since we talked, whether that be, if it's been a while, I can say that, or just like, hey, Julie, just been thinking about you, been on my mind. And I can start into asking questions, Julie, how is your family? You heard if you were at the event last weekend, you heard Colette talk about form, and you can use form. Let's talk about somebody's family, occupation, recreation. What are they doing? And I say motivation. Some people say money, but motivation. What is it that's motivating them potentially to do something different in their life? So form, you're going to talk about their family, their occupation. What do they do to recreate? And motivation, what motivates them? So I would maybe say, how are you, Julie? How are things going in your life? How is your family?
Oh, busy as usual, as you know, but everybody seems to be doing okay. Just wish I had more time to hang out with them more versus working way too much. But doing
Last
all
time,
right.
right. Last time we talked, I know you have an amazing grandson. Do you have any additions to your grandchildren or some on the
Not
way or?
not yet. My youngest does have a girlfriend though, so we're
Oh, fantastic.
hopeful.
That's exciting. And I know your little grandson, you love to spend time with them. And are you able to do that? And did I remember that he just turned 5 or is
He
he
turned
6?
6, and
Oh my
I
gosh.
did just last night book a flight to go see him up in Milwaukee. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But this is those things I have to go on faith sometimes, right? And so I just booked the
Right.
flight, and I'm gonna go see him and go to Six Flags up in the Milwaukee area. So gonna
Oh
go.
my gosh, that sounds so fun. I know
Yeah,
you don't get to spend the kind of time that you'd like to because they just moved away not too long ago. They used to live close to you, but then they ended up moving not too long ago. Is that right?
yeah, yeah. It's been hard having them far away, but
Oh,
luckily
so hard.
he'll stay somewhat connected through his iPad, he calls it.
His iPad. That's so cute. I love it when kids come up with fun things that they say. iPad. So, and I know you're such a busy person. How's work going for you?
Well, travel, I know it's funny. Sometimes people are just like, oh, not that many people travel. And I mean, people are traveling like crazy, honestly. And I mean, I have in my invoicing to finish off from yesterday, 85 invoices of people
Oh my
that I
gosh.
booked and another 40 more I got to still book for the day. So people are traveling, as I look online, people, posting trips that they're going on, all kinds of stuff. So travel is, even though we have this crazy economy right now, I think also, you know, people, whether it's just a hotel or car rental or, want to go on a cruise or a trip, and a lot of corporate travel. So it's pretty busy.
Yeah, you're doing that for other people, but what about yourself, girl? Are you having some time that you can get away and enjoy?
Not really.
Yeah.
No plans on the books for me other than Milwaukee right now.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Gosh, if there was a way that you could find some time, it's time to find that balance, right, between work and enjoying your family. That takes so much
Yeah.
time away from your family. Makes it
Yeah.
hard to spend with your grandson.
Yeah. It's hard just
Yes.
like that. I keep wanting to find a way to do something that's that's not just money and time. Like if I'm not here taking the calls, booking the people, it's hard. So to have the time to go and enjoy my life.
And it seems like you're, I know the last time we talked, I know you have two great assistants, but I know that you've even had to hire a third because you've been so busy. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so you're not finding much time to recreate.
No, not enough. Not enough time to play pickleball like the other lady was mentioning.
No time to play pickleball and no time to go on any kind of vacation with your family. And I mean, I know you have a big, beautiful home, Julie. And, sometimes we have that and you're thinking, man, I don't even have time to do the things that I would like to in my own home. I remember you saying some of that to me just, a few weeks back. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even keeping that. And so, well, girl, listen, you're so busy and I love reconnecting with you and as a friend who just absolutely adores you and thinks the world of you. What you've been telling me is that you'd love to have more time with your family and maybe a little more free time. If I could show you something that maybe could give you that freedom, a little bit of freedom, would you be willing to take a look at some information? I know you're so busy, but if it was short information, would you take some time to look at that to see if it could be an answer to give you a solution to getting you more free time with your family, your grandson, and would that be something you'd be open to?
Yeah, I'd love to see what it's about for sure.
Yeah. And so if I send that over to you and you take a look at that, do you think you could take a look today or tomorrow? Could you find some time today or tomorrow to look at that?
Yeah, maybe my evenings are better. So probably sometime at like 8 o'clock at night. It's kind of a good
So
time
is
for
this
things to
evening
calm down.
better or would tomorrow evening be better for you?
Maybe tomorrow evening. Let's do tomorrow.
Okay, fantastic. So is 8 or 9 o'clock better for you?
8.
Eight's good for you. So what
Yeah.
I'm going to do, Julie, just so that it's kind of fresh in your mind and everything, I'm going to make a note for myself is that I am going to make myself a note that just before 8 o'clock, I'm going to contact you and just make sure that it's still a good time for you because I happen to know life gets busy for you. And so if 8 o'clock ends up not being good, that we could do it at 9, I'll just shoot you a message and just make sure that that's still a good time for you. And then
Okay.
I'm going to send you over that short information. And then what I'll do is call you right after and I'll get your questions answered. Does that sound like something you could do?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, fantastic. Now that's one way we could do it, and I could send Julie some information. Now there's another way because I know a lot of people are doing in-homes, and I think it's fantastic. And we've done a couple in Julie's home, and we like doing that. Julie has a beautiful home. We like to invite people over. And you can do the same thing by basically saying, hey, if I invited you over to take a look at some information, could you come to my home for 30 minutes or whatever? You could do it the same as inviting somebody to come if they're in your area. Then you could do the same with inviting them to come and take a look at some information there. So Julie, like I said, she's amazing. She's one of my favorites. I am going to now share my screen, and Julie, I'll keep you on just because you can actually, like I said, maybe give some feedback as we're rolling through this information. So let's go ahead and do this. Screen share. And so I want to just go over what we just did and basically, again, ask questions. You heard me asking questions to Julie about her family, about her job, about what's going on in her life. And Julie answered, and I just listened. And I don't listen with the intent to answer, but I listen really with the intent that like, how can I find something that really can help Julie? I think the most important thing that we always have to remember is that we have to be thinking about the other person, not about ourselves. If we really are talking to them with what is the best for that person, then it's going to feel much more natural for them, and they're going to feel like you care about them. So you want to make sure that you're asking a lot of questions. And guys, this can take a few minutes and it can take a while. It depends on how much time that person has that you're talking to. I typically don't like to keep people on the phone for a long, long time because then when you try to call them another time, they might not pick up because I just don't have time to talk to you. And honestly, every time I call Julie, because I know how busy she is, I will say, I'm just going to keep you for a minute. I'm going to make it quick because I know how busy Julie is. And I know that her, every minute she's just literally crazy busy. And I want her to know that I value her time. And so I make it very, very quick. So asking those questions is important. And even just, you can say, hey, I know you're busy. I won't keep you long. And then listen more than you talk, making sure that you're you care about that person and really listen intently. If you're with them, I love what Jenna said about Eric. He looks at you in the eyes, he looks at you in the face, listen to that person. Even if there's a lot of stuff going on around you, make sure that you're paying attention to them, that they matter, what they're saying to you matters. If you can be with them in person, you can take them to lunch or you can go do something with them if they have the time, that I would encourage you to do that. Everybody needs to feel like they're important. But if they're on the phone with you, listen intently to what that person is saying. And then you want to make sure that you go, hey, you know what, Julie? You've just told me you're so busy. You would love to have more time with your family and your grandkids. If I can show you something that would help give you that time, and as Jenna said, find something, give it to a busy person. They always find a way. And that is so true. They do happen to find a way. Julie always finds a way to fit things into her life. I don't know how she does it, but she does. She's amazing. It's always something my dad used to say to me as well. And I truly do believe, and I think it's because they tend to be a bit more organized. They have to be. Their lives are so busy. They have to organize. And as you heard Julie say, she's even going to go, it's so important to her. She wants to find time with her grandson that she's going to go down. She doesn't know how she's going to do it, but she's going to go down and she's going to spend some time with him at Six Flags. And I guarantee you, she would love to do that more than she does currently. And so if I can help her find a way that she can find some time, she's going to go do that with her grandson. So, hey, maybe this would be for you and maybe it's not. The reason I do that is because it takes pressure off, right? That person doesn't feel like, hey, this is, I'm not calling them and saying, oh my gosh, I got this great thing and you need to listen and this is be so awesome for you because you're such a busy person. You're telling them stuff. No, listen to what they're saying and then say, hey, this may or may not be for you, but you've just told me you're super busy. You wish you had more time with your family. You wish that you could wrap more time into your life and you have more time for your husband. You have more time, to do the things that you really want to do. And I don't know if this could be or not be for you, but hey, it's worth taking a look. And if I would send you some information or if I invite you to take a look at something, would you make the time to come over and take a look? You're exchanging. This is the quid pro quo. If I, would you? And basically the agreement is, yes, I would. If it's going to be a phone call, if you're going to get them on a live presentation, you're just going to make sure that you get that commitment. I typically will never send anybody ever. If it's a video, you're going to send a recording. I only send it at the time that they've agreed to watch. You don't want to send it, okay, I'm going to send it over right now because you don't have that follow-up set up. I only send it when I've agreed to the time that they're going to watch it. If it's a live presentation that they're going to get on, you can even say, we have a live presentation or a live event that you can attend tomorrow at 7:00. Only, we can only invite so many people. Would that time work for you? If that time doesn't work for them, say, you know what, I have a recorded event that I could send you. And what time works best for you? As you heard Julie and I go back and forth, and she agreed to 8:00. Things get in, the way of busy people, just like you heard me say to Julie. Hey, Julie, you know what? I'm going to send this to you just before 8:00. A reminder, if that works for you, I always send that right at that time. Julie, is 8:00 still a good time for you? And she might say, yes, fantastic, send that on over. Then she's going to watch it. And remember what I said, I'm going to follow up with you right after. The biggest reason I'm going to do that, and I'm going to follow up with her with a third party on the line, because I want Julie to know that this is going to be a very simple business for her. The third party is going to be answering Julie's questions, not me. So that when Julie's like, man, I'm so busy, I just don't want to have time for this. We can look back and say, what did we do? We got on the phone, I talked to you for a little while, got you on the process of taking a look at some information. And then I got on with a three-way and my business partner answered your questions. For a very busy person, I know, Julie, could you do that? And Julie's like, oh, I actually think I could, because all Julie is doing is getting somebody interested. They're taking a look at the information and then somebody else is answering their questions. So she's going through a process, very, very simple. And it basically is when taking the pressure off someone, hey, may or may not be for you. If I would send you this, would you look at it? Julie's agreed to 8:00. Then at 8:00, right after 8:00, I'm calling while it's fresh in their mind to have that person answer their questions. So guys, again, this is so, 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 so important to do it this way. If you're inviting them over to your home, they're right there. They're going to be able to look at information and then you can get their questions answered at an in-home, however that's going to work. But I promise you, if you go through this very simple process, asking questions, listen more than you talk, this may or may not be for you. if I send you some information, what time would be good for you? Would you be able to watch that? And then we'll get your questions answered. And honestly, that is the simple, easy way to do it. And if you will do that, it will go down as one of my friends, like a Disney movie, very, very simply, easy, and very duplicatable. The person that you're doing that with, this is going to go, I can actually do what you're doing. So Julie, I know that, you and I've worked together on a couple of different projects, and I know you're often saying to me, listen, all I need is just somebody to tell me what to do and I'll do it. So what has your success been following this type of a program? A bit easier for you?
Yeah, I think especially because I think, oh yeah, I can do this. I watched somebody do it, or and it looks somewhat easy. And then when I start to think about me doing it, my memory all of a sudden, what did they say again? And so it's great to have these notes or something that I can look to. And so when I really started in our last business, having some really good success, is I had written some of that stuff down so that when that I had it to look at, oh yeah, like it just was that quick remembering, right, or to remember the process. Because sometimes when I go searching my brain without notes, it just doesn't pull. It's not good for me. But when I have those little notes, and then what like, and if they kind of do this, do that, just to follow. And then I don't even sometimes look at the notes after I initially start, because
Right.
it's then the more you do it, the more it would flow for me. But without notes, or without just blindly picking up a call, it's hard for me to make myself do it. But with notes and like this stuff, I can print something like this off, have it right in front of me whenever I want to call someone, and it just makes it tremendously more easy to reach out and to share this wonderful business.
The other thing that I love about Julie is she's super coachable. And it's because she knows that she needs that time is important, that she has to do it a certain way to keep it. Because if she does this, she can talk to more people. Whereas if it becomes too cumbersome, she just doesn't have the time. So if she has a very simple system, like she's saying, that she has those notes in front of her, that she can get people to take a look at the information. Because Julie, if it had to be her vomiting all the information, spending 30 minutes trying to explain what NELO Life is, Julie doesn't have time for that. But if Julie has time for a short conversation, listening to what somebody says, hey, if I, may or may not be for you, but if I send you this information, could you take a look? Julie can do that. She can do that a couple of times a day. And the one thing that's really important is Julie can also make sure that she's not setting up appointment times that don't work for Julie either. She can say, I'm super busy. I know you are too. Would one of these times today or tomorrow work for you? These are, the time slots that I have as well. And so don't feel like you have to set up appointments times that don't work for you either. You're setting up appointments that work for you and for them. And this is so much more time effective. If you will do this, a very, very busy person can literally lace this in between their very busy life, and they can do it. Because honestly, what happens is busy people have the money, they don't have the time. So oftentimes people look at a very busy person and they say they wouldn't want to do this because they have plenty of money. The problem is they don't have time. And so if they can find other ways to make money, then that would free up some of their time. Because I promise you, Julie, I know you and I have had these discussions. When you start making a significant amount of money somewhere else, does that give you time to step away from your travel business?
Yes, for sure. It takes the pressure off, and then I can start not taking on more business when I really honestly have no business doing it, because I'm already so busy. But I think I've thought about it, and then things don't work out. I don't have that other income to replace what I'm trying to replace, so that I can have that life I'm really hoping for.
So that's kind of your motivator here with NELO Life. Even as a very busy person, you're like, I
Yeah.
want to make an income here so it can free up my time over here so that I can have more time with my family. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you are such a great, she's a great ham and egger. She's awesome at doing role playing, and she is definitely one of my favorites. You can see why. She is a 2-star, or I guess we've changed ranks. So Julie's a 2-star. She's fast on her way to 3-star. She's doing amazing. And the reason I absolutely love Julie is honestly my goal, and I've told her this many times, is I would love nothing more than to help Julie get to where she's making an income to free up her time so she can spend with her family. That's one of my goals, is that as a person who truly loves her over the years, she's such a hard worker. I would love to see her be able to add some of that freedom to her life. And I know the finances are nice there, but the freedom isn't. And I've been in those places where you're making great money, but you just don't have any time to enjoy it. So you want to find that balance to have both time and money is very, very nice. So with that, Janice, I'll bring you back in. And Julie, thank you so much. I sure love you and appreciate you. And I look forward to you being 3-star, then 4-star and on the way up. And you're one of my favorites. I really, really appreciate your help today.
I appreciate you too.
Thanks, son.
Excellent. That was amazing. Of course, I'm sitting here, I have not moved. I am taking notes. And to your point, absolutely, listening is so big, right? Especially if you're trying to do a million things at once and I'm having a conversation, I'm pouring into you and you're not paying attention, right? And you can tell by the way somebody asks you questions back. Like, what? I didn't even talk about that. What are you know what I mean? So that was amazing. And yes, also pulling the third person is huge, especially for somebody that is not comfortable explaining and things like that. Having that validation or having a third person on the phone or Zoom, whatever, is absolutely huge. Like I said, Liz is up here for a reason. You need to learn from the people that are doing it. That's always been my motto. Like, at work, yeah, I need to emulate, I need to imitate, I need to copy the cat, right? So of course, these are the moments that I absolutely love. And thank you to the whole panel.
You're welcome.
Julie, you sound like a super busy woman, and yet you took time on this Saturday to be here with us as well to share what we have. Renee, another super busy woman, like crazy busy. And yet you guys took the time to be here. I love this. We can do this all day, but we can't, right? We're going to do it again soon, I promise. All right, guys. So thank you to everybody that participated. Thank you to members. Thank you to our guests. And I want to invite you guys to come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have always something going on happening here at NELO Life to help you grow. All right, guys. So that is all for today. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And we'll see you guys on the next event. You guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks, ladies.
Bye, guys.